This is my presentation for the Climate Mobility Youth Delegate Program. So first and foremost, I'll start with the problem statement. So one of the key issues of concern is how to address climate mobility. As is evident, especially regarding Africa, there are various, let's say, factors that will contribute to, let's say, people migrating from various regions, especially drought, which actually can exacerbate various crises like water crisis, and also lack of food could also be a key issue of concern. So in essence, the main area of focus is resources. So as from what we will see before the presentation is that it outlined that mainly poverty levels are one of the main contributing factors, and aside from the aspect of resources, there's also education and skills, which at one point could bring about various attributes like unemployment, which could also be a main driving factor towards immigration. So based on this illustrative image, you're able to see that they have actually been able to partition them between climate and economical factors, and based on statistics from various countries, still one of the main issues of concern is that the economical factors, especially loss of income, unemployment, and also that of course there are various change in circumstances. For instance, like in some occasions, I've also noticed that there are also some abilities of conflicts which could actually be a main contributing factors to immigration. So this particular this particular need could be addressed by the solution which I've been able to illustrate below. So the solution that I've been able to propose is let's say it's partition between three elements. The first one is transform development, empower the people, and plan for mobility. So regarding how to transform, let's say, various transformations, we actually keen on examining how better ways to build like climate climate resilient economies, especially that of course mainly focus not just among let's say the youth, but in various categories, people who are in adulthood, especially we are actually commencing in learning institutions, and mainly we are keen on, let's say, finding ways of sharing resources in, especially education is one of the main area of focus. So specifically concerning empowering the people, we are mainly focused on the disadvantaged people. At times, we also seek to examine people who are in the disabled, women, and most people who are mainly marginalized. So lastly, for the planning for mobility, we are actually keen on examining the climatic shocks, as is mentioned in the problem statement, regarding flooding, drought, and which could actually bring about also economical factors such as loss of jobs and other factors. So mainly, so the impact that is, of course, that we've been able to accomplish, whereby we also work with other organizations, especially information technology firms that this is actually a screenshot from an email I received from the Millennium Fellowship, whereby I applied as an individual, and I actually proceeded to the round two, whereby we're keen on finding ways of addressing the sustainable development goals of the United Nations. And also this particular year, I was actually successful to be selected by the World Bank to a program known as the Youth Summit to showcase the traction that is, of course, that I've been able to make. And yes, it's also screenshots of email I've received from the Society of Petroleum Engineers. So mainly, they actually regarding how to the submission of research papers, mainly like there's one that's actually focused on Siemens technologies, how better ways to enhance safety in various operations. And there's also another one whereby it's actually mainly for software of using a platform from IBM known as the Cognos Analytics. So yes, this is also other submissions that actually I've been able to place, and participation in some of this the streaming of the Society of Petroleum Engineer, like this one too, of course, it was regarding the industry's digital pulse, whereby we were able to learn, let's say, various intelligent workflows that have been developed, which that of course have actually accomplished a significant milestone in the petroleum industry. So yes, also we took part in a competition with also other universities, and with the other universities and research organizations. So I was part of a team which we actually were able to win an award regarding how better ways to address climate action in the health sector. And yes, individually, I participated in a particular event, which was actually sponsored by the organization of the UN known as UNESCO, and who was also in attendance on how to use information technology platforms such as cloud and artificial intelligence to address various needs for people, especially people who have, let's say, disabilities, like here, for instance, people who are hearing impaired. And yes, I took part also in some programs for a company known as Futurize, which is actually co-sponsored by a pharmaceutical firm known as AstraZeneca. So mainly regarding targeting of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, I actually mainly focus on two, which is actually provision of quality education and partnership for goals. Mainly the quality of education will now go beyond the academical framework. Aside from just giving like curriculum-based teaching, we also seek to determine now better ways to provision skills and let's just say engaging in training programs is mainly focusing on information technology and other courses like engineering and also health. And partnership for goals, we also seek to work with various organizations, some from the United Nations, so as to be able to scale our impact, or other sustainable development goals in which we also seek to accomplish as a part of the team that of course we are in, actually focuses on yes, mainly climate action and others which mainly feature engineering, which is actually one of the main backgrounds that I'm actually specialized in for innovation and also for, so say, creation of sustainable cities, which that of course have to be climate resilient. So the partnerships that we have been able to accomplish or yet to be, as I say, achieved with the organization that of course have been stipulated above. So there are some we've actually been able to reach out, and we are seeking on finding ways of maximizing impact through their assistance. Thank you for listening.